Juliet, thank you very much. It is an honor to be here, and Samantha and Alejandra, I can sit down after those two. That's the visual of what we're talking about, and for me, it's I wanted to come today and just and celebrate with you. Celebrate with these men and women who have been great partners. It's been an interesting journey, one of which for me started over 20 years ago, Nick, as I started coming to the Rio Grande Valley and started coming to the border region of Texas as a young man who was asking for the support of the people to be your agriculture commissioner. And I met some really fascinating people along the way that helped in what I refer to as the continuing education of Rick Perry. And my University of Texas friend said you had a long way to go as an Aggie. But one of those individuals who was from Cameron County, who really helped me understand this region and the potential of this region, was your former county judge, Tony Garcia, an amazingly bright and capable young man who still today is one of my very dear friends. As we would have these quiet and sometimes lengthy conversations about the potential in this part of the state and frankly how it had been overlooked. When you think about the history of the state and you look from El Paso all the way to Brownsville and those cities in between, and whether you were asking questions about the funding for transportation infrastructure or for health care or for education, and for many years, decades, that region of the state of Texas was overlooked. And as by the grace of God, as I was able to go to be the agriculture commissioner to the lieutenant governor, and I got to work with some amazingly talented men and women, some in the House back in the mid-'80s and some in the Senate. As the lieutenant governor, I asked Eddie Lucio if he would chair a border affairs committee so that we as a state could have the conversation about how do we address the needs of this long 1,200-mile region of Texas that has such extraordinary population and amazing potential. And that started a process that now, some 14 years later, is culminated with us being here today, impacting future generations in a way yet that some of us don't even know how powerful this is going to be. And I want to share with you one other event in this region of the state that had such an impact on me. Dr. Ramirez from Starr County, who had asked me to come and speak to a group of young men and women who were his scholars, the cream de la cream, the best and the brightest in these high school classes that came together that he was honoring. And prior to that dinner, I had the opportunity to sit with 12 of them, just in a little private conversation. And I asked them individually, where are you going to college? And out of 12, only 2 were going in the state of Texas. And that moment was very clarifying for me that here were these amazingly bright, capable young men and women. And they were headed off to some pretty good schools. Harvard and Yale and Princeton, Brown, Stanford. But why not keep them here? Why not keep them right here in the Rio Grande Valley? so that those doctors and lawyers and teachers, those businessmen and women, could stay right here. And that was a clarifying moment for me, that this state had the opportunity to really change lives forever. If we would work upon and move towards having a university of the first class in South Texas. And over the course of the next decade, and you've heard of these individuals who work together, and Chancellor Cigarroa talking about a team. And I cannot tell you what a privilege it has been for me to work with them. Over the course of the last 28 years, and Renee and some of you were one of my mentors, as was Chewy. Each of you actually have mentored me at some particular point in time. Judith continues to, in a loving way. But the fact is, these are amazing men and women who truly understand the opportunity. I know a lot of people get up every day and question, or what we are doing, is what I'm doing in life making a difference? They don't have to worry about that, because they know that what they have done with this university in South Texas is forever going to make a difference in the lives of the men and the women who are going to have the opportunity to go to school here. But more importantly, is going to have an impact on this state. And because of where this institution is going to be situated, between these two Americas, this most vibrant part of the North American hemisphere, I will suggest, we have the opportunity to change and improve the world. That's how powerful this moment is. I've had some fabulous and wonderful moments as the governor of Texas, but I'm not sure that I've ever had one that was any more impactful, or one that I have enjoyed any more than being able to walk to that table and put my pen to paper and create one of the next great universities in America. Thank you.